Wolverhampton Wanderers are looking to close out their Premier League campaign on a high after an injury-induced mini-slump, with their manager expressing his frustration about the lack of squad depth. Afford to be without another player. Santi Bueno, the Uruguayan. Aït-Nouri, the Algerian. Gets on Paqueta. Aït-Nouri with a strike! And having to be patient for the moment as Lamina rakes a long ball towards Semedo, who won't keep that in. Oh, he does keep it in! And there's Sarabia, and he just couldn't quite get enough on it. Well, huge credit to Nelson Semedo for managing to keep that ball in play. But it was Fabianski who made the save from Sarabia. Doyle with the corner for Wolves, headed away by Mavropanos. Back to Aït-Nouri on his less favoured right foot. It's still with Wolves, though. Kilman, João Gomez, Doyle, saved by Fabianski again. Well, Doyle didn't fancy his chances on his left foot, so he just managed to get it in with his right. And is that a handball by Kudus? No, it's a foul given in his favour just before that, but it was another chance for Wolves. Sarabia lofts the ball towards Doherty. Oh, and he just gets on the end of it. Doyle again! Just about kept in by Sarabia. Semedo, this is still alive for Wolves. Lamina. A tame one for Fabianski this time. Nothing as yet for West Ham, as the ball was just slightly played in behind Souček after Bowen had robbed Semedo. And now here's Doyle. And Sarabia's making the run. Aït-Nouri's made the run. Here's Aït-Nouri on the challenge by Emerson, and the referee points to the spot. Penalty to Wolves.
The run in behind, and then has the awareness to play in Tommy Doyle. Doyle's always going to come back on his right foot, but direct running from Ray and Aït-Nouri. They haven't had enough of that in the first half, Wolves. And Emerson, to be fair to him, comes across really well from left back. Slides in a tad early. And Ray and Aït-Nouri looks to protect the ball as he feels him coming. And unfortunately for West Ham, Emerson does not get any of the ball.
Before today, 7 of them were scored. A couple saved by Areola, but it is Łukasz Fabianski in goal. Sarabia, and he scored in off the post. And Wolves have the lead they so desperately craved. Pablo Sarabia from the spot.
21,
Stunning penalty from Sarabia. It really is. One of the best you'll see. Back across his body. Pinpoint perfection into the corner of the goal, inside of the post. And he was really important in the build-up to the goal as well, Sarabia.
Semedo with the interception. Aït-Nouri's had a fantastic half for Wolves. He won that penalty, and look at his dancing feet there. He's all on his own on that side of the field. He's going all on his own. Stopped by Emerson, who conceded the penalty, and now he's conceded a free kick in a dangerous area. When he picked up that ball, there was literally no Wolves player absolutely anywhere near him, and he's created this potential opportunity. Sarabia. Well, he had the accuracy, not quite the power to deceive Fabianski. But José Sá, we have really not mentioned in that first half. He's surely going to be in for a busier time, and Ben Johnson coming on at right back. And there's an early strike. Yes, possibly their first shot on target of the entire game. Only Manchester City have won more when conceding first, so there's still hope for them, that's for sure. As Totti is robbed by Emerson, and that's going to be it's going to be a penalty, and it's handball against Max Kilman.
Yeah, Wolves on the masters of their own undoing. Totti giving the ball away. Kilman's arm is stretched. Emerson gets the cross in, strikes Kilman's arm.
He has already scored from the spot this season, Lucas Paqueta. What can he do here against Portugal's José Sá? This for 1-1. It is 1-1 with a little stutter, but Lucas Paqueta draws West Ham level.
Well, we have seen two fabulous penalties, haven't we? Both in identical spots almost. Paqueta, who hasn't had his best game, hasn't been as involved as much as what he wanted, but showed real confidence. Stuttering run up. Whips it into the side.
Alvarez for West Ham. They have their tails up and they're looking for a winner. And this man looks to be a likely source of it, were it to come. Antonio against Santi Bueno is flicked on the chance. What an opportunity that was for Ben Johnson, volleying it straight into the arms of Jose Sarr.
Yeah, West Ham really pushing now, getting into good areas of the pitch. Antonio's made a huge difference. He works hard and forceful running to create the opportunity. And it's a good strike from Ben Johnson. And difficult technique on his weaker foot as it comes out, takes it on the volley.
32-year-old Matt Doherty in his second spell at the club. Essential intervention there, and he's pretty handy at the top end of the pitch as well. Usually from right wing back, but left wing back today is Traore lets fly. Well, Fabianski thought he could hold that, and then he realised no chance. We saw a little probability stat earlier on that suggested that West Ham were likelier winners. Didn't look that way in the first half, but the pendulum has swung somewhat in the second. Ward-Prowse with a corner for West Ham. Oh, and it's evaded everybody! And it's gone all the way in from James Ward-Prowse. He's no stranger to the spectacular, particularly on this ground. And James Ward-Prowse has helped West Ham come from behind. His corner evading Jose Sarr in the sunshine. And West Ham have the lead in the race for Europe.
Yeah, well, every in-swinging corner they've tried to put it on Jose Sarr. They've tried to fill out that 6-yard area like they did against Spurs. The wind is swirling, and it is going down towards that goal. It looks like it did start to travel in the wind, but it's a well-architected strike from James Ward-Prowse to catch Jose Sarr.
Well, Wolves have used up all their substitution windows. They can't make any more subs, but don't really have any more to bring on anyway, particularly. They'll have to go with what they have. Here's Totti. João Gomez. What about the spectacular from somebody that needs something from somewhere? Nelson Semedo. And it's Boubacar Traore. There's Kilman who's up there now. Captain Kilman, as Wolves are having to go for it. And Semedo. That's a good little ball into him. And Gomez hooks it on. And Hugo Bueno was there, and it's hooked behind for a corner by Ben Johnson. And now the South Bank will urge the home side for one last push. They have given absolutely everything. They are so lacking gas in the tank now. And it's swung into the danger area. Oh, and it's gone in! And Wolves have equalised in stoppage time. Wolves took the lead. They've gone behind. And now deep into stoppage time. They have found an equaliser after digging deep. And it is Max Kilman to the rescue for Wolves.
Yeah, terrific cross into the box from João Gomez. And they needed their captain. They've been toothless in the second half, Wolves, but Max Kilman to the rescue. Terrific header.
So they are recommending an on-field review, which is very unusual for offside. Very, very usual. It's usually seen as factual, but this is a subjective offside, which means it's a matter of opinion. So VAR Tim Robinson has asked Tony Harrington to go across and have a look at, given the angle, does he believe that the substitute, Tawanda Chirewa, who is in an offside position, is he obstructing Łukasz Fabianski's view? That is the question.
Well, I do think that Traore is in the sight line of Fabianski. You can see that clearly. And it doesn't give Fabianski a chance to move. But he's not going to get anywhere near that header. And this is where the subjectiveness comes into play.
So the referee gets the opportunity to have another look. And the West Ham fans are celebrating. The goal by Kilman is ruled off for a subjective offside. by Chirewa. And it's all over at Molineux. The boos ring out from the home supporters. It's the away fans who are celebrating as David Moyes' side come from behind to take all 3 points. Gary O'Neill is absolutely fuming. James Ward-Prowse ultimately scoring the winner directly from a corner in front of the North Bank. Gary O'Neill has had to be very careful about what he says and now trying to stop his players getting into more trouble as it looks as though Mateus Cunha receives a yellow card as well. Wolves losing their heads as Sarabia, who had been subbed, was yellow carded in the technical area after he'd been substituted, and he needs to be careful now that he then doesn't end up being banned, with Wolves already so short of players. They battled so hard throughout, but West Ham's quality coming through in the end.